The astrology of Cassie. All right, so let's get into it. Now, I'm going to go over her transits. I'm going to just touch on a few of her planets and her transits, and then I'm going to get into some of the messages that I got. I did ask my guides if I can read this, and it was a definite yes. Okay, I'm going to break all of this down for you guys. Now, I just want to say this. I want to give this disclaimer. She does not have a confirmed time of birth, so this actual chart is not a AA reading. It's not an AA chart. um the time of birth that I found, I don't know if it's accurate, but I'm just going to stick with it for now. But again, disclaimer, she does not have a confirmed time of birth. So with that being said, let's get into it. She's having her Neptune square and her Pluto square simultaneously at the same time. So you can see her Pluto here, her natal Pluto, and then that's transiting Pluto up there, and then you see her natal natal Neptune right here, and then Neptune right there. That means that she's having her Pluto and her Neptune square at the same time. This is a major transit that happens only once in our lifetime, and because these two planets are the furthest away in our solar system, they have the biggest impact on us. They make the biggest changes, the biggest impact on us. Also, Pluto is quincus her natal sun, which is this transit is going to make it extremely uncomfortable for those close to her. But she's going to get some support from transiting Neptune and Saturn, that is also sextiling her natal moon. She's also having a Mercury, Uranus, and Moon. I'm sorry, not Moon. I said that wrong. Sun, right here over her moon, her Taurus, her natal Taurus moon. So this is going to be extremely emotional and taxing on her right now. It's definitely going to trigger a lot of wounds, a lot of trauma. It's going to be very transformative, but she's definitely going to come out on the other side of this. She's being better. She's this is going to bring a lot of healing for her, because a lot of the stuff that's coming out, a lot of the stuff that's coming out, she's never ever opened up and told anyone. So for her to have to get up on stand and publicly talk about these things, and not having to talk about it to anyone, is going to be very challenging, very hard, but it's going to be transformative and healing for her. Emotionally taxing for her as well, because she's pregnant. First, she's having all these difficult transits on top of being pregnant, her first child, her first pregnancy. I could imagine. I'm not even a celebrity. I'm not even in the public light, and I was going through HE double hockey sticks with my pregnancy, so I could imagine how difficult this is. And I send her so much love and light. I pray that her guides be with her and protect her and her unborn child during this time. Again, she is going to get some help from transiting Neptune and Saturn. That is sextiling her moon. Now there are a lot of things that I noticed about her chart. This now, I wonder if this is her actual time of birth, because if this is her actual time of birth, this will give her a Taurus rising with her Taurus moon in the first house, which would explain why she's extremely gorgeous and alluring. But it is opposing her natal Saturn. So there is definitely a money wound and a mother wound there. And when I asked if I could read her energy, and I got this card right here, this tells me, you guys, love me through this, okay? But this tells me that her mother groomed her early on as a child. With what I'm seeing in her chart, and the energy that I channeled from Cassie, her mother groomed her young to go after powerful and successful men. Now, I'm not saying that she deserved to go through what she went through with Diddy. By no means am I here for that. I'm not here for that. I'm not here for that negativity. No, I'm not saying that she deserved to, go through what she went through with Diddy. No woman deserves that. But she definitely has a mother wound, as we can see. Okay, and the messages that I got is that her mother groomed her early on. I also got that after this trial, after she has her baby, this trial is going to have a extremely negative impact on her marriage and her love life. Like her marriage and her love life after this trial is never going to be the same. So I don't want to, speak anything into her marriage. That's not my place. That's not for me to say. But there will definitely be some extreme difficulties and obstacles that, and scrutiny that her and her husband and her marriage is going to have to overcome after this. Because remember, I said with these transits and everything that she has going on, with these transits, a lot of stuff is going to come out, and a lot of the stuff that's coming out, she's never told anyone, not even her husband. So yeah, it's going to really, who's we don't know, how it's going to work out for them. That's their business. But I will not be surprised if they're still, I'm not trying to laugh. I'm just saying it's just I'm just seeing it. Anybody who's a channel or a medium, when you see stuff, sometimes you see stuff and you hate that you saw it. You saw it, but you hate that you saw it. You know what I'm saying? But I will not be surprised if she stays married to him after this. But that's as much as I'm gonna say about that. Now I want to touch on this last placement in her chart, and that is her North Node at right here. You guys, y'all see it? Her North Node in Aries at 22 degree. Now, any astrologer that comes across this post, please feel free to chime in on this, because I have a theory. Love me through it. I'm gonna land my plane. But anybody knows that 22 degree is not a good degree. Now, we all have, malefic degrees in our chart. But this degree right here on the North Node, that 22 degree, is a to unalive or to be unalive. Okay? I hope I say that right. I hope y'all caught that. The 22 degree in astrology and in Aries is a very critical placement for her. Now, when I saw that and I saw what was going on in her chart, she put me in the mind of the character Bella Swan. I don't know if any of you guys ever saw Twilight, but if you ever saw the movies, the series Twilight, you know who I'm talking about. The character Bella Swan. On the outside looking in, Bella Swan was a typical innocent teenager. On the outside looking in, she was just like any other teenager. But beneath the surface, she was attracted to dangerous men. Jacob, Edward. She went back and forth between Edward and Jacob. And I don't want to get too deep into what that degree is, because I can. That's like a whole nother video for a whole nother day. But just for the sake of the video, it is a pum degree. Okay? To unalive or to be unalive. It's layers to it, but again, for the sake of the video, I don't want to get too deep into it. But it puts me in the mindset of the character Bella Swan. And I do know she's a fictional character, but Bella wasn't a pumer. But she was attracted to the dangerous men. She when Edward left her, she was doing dumb shit like jumping on the backs of motorcycles with strangers, jumping off of cliffs. Who the fuck does dumb shit like that? Jumps off of a fucking cliff into the water where there's somebody in there trying to unalive you. Like, she was just doing really reckless. She had a really reckless behavior, really reckless lifestyle, and she attracted dangerous, you know what I'm saying, people, right? And so she puts me in the mind of that character when I saw that degree, because she's not a puner. Maybe she is. We don't know. We don't know her whole life. Maybe she is. But even if she's not, maybe this is why she's attracted. You know how a lot of us are, attracted to that bad boy type. She's definitely. I'm saying all that to say she's definitely attracted to the bad boy type. Okay, it's in her. It's in her, and I hate that she had to go through that. That's my point. I landed my plane. I wish her the best. I really do. I send her so much light. I pray that she has a beautiful and healthy baby. I pray that she can get through the rest of her pregnancy in peace. If I made sense. You guys, I hope that you love this. This is my first time doing something like this. I'm stepping out into the deep a little bit, getting out of my comfort zone. Again, if there's anybody that knows about astrology or astrologers that can chime in and give me some input on this, feel free. All right, I'd love to know what you guys think. All right, until next time,